Hi everyone, and welcome to our ethical analysis video. Today, we will be analyzing a hypothetical but realistic scenario. A teacher posts inappropriate content on social media, and it is discovered by her colleagues, students, and even parents. We will apply three ethical theories: the utilitarianism, deontology, and virtue ethics to evaluate the teacher's actions. Then we will reflect on the potential impact, how the school might respond, and offer some personal insights and policy recommendations. Let's begin with utilitarianism, a branch of the broader ethical theory known as consequentialism, which evaluates the morality of actions based on their outcomes. Utilitarianism, in particular, focuses on achieving the greatest good for the greatest number. In this scenario, the teacher publicly posts explicit or provocative images and videos of herself on social media. These posts are discovered by co-teachers, students, parents, and eventually the school administration. From a utilitarian perspective, we consider the consequences for all involved. First, the students may feel confused or uncomfortable, potentially losing their respect for the teacher. The parents might feel distrustful or angry towards the school. The school faces reputational damage and public backlash. And for the teacher, this could lead to suspension or even losing her job. While the teacher has a right to self-expression, utilitarianism looks at overall well-being or the overall balance of happiness and harm. In this case, the harm to students, the disruption to learning, and the school's reputation likely outweighs any personal benefit the teacher gained. So, under utilitarian ethics, which is rooted in consequentialist reasoning, the teacher's actions considered unethical because they lead to more harm than good for the majority of stakeholders. To talk about the deontology analysis on this case, here's Karen.
Thank you, Jackie. Hello, I am Karen, and I will be discussing my standpoint from a deontological perspective. Deontological ethics is a moral philosophy that emphasizes the rightness or wrongness of actions themselves rather than their consequences. When analyzing the teacher's actions in the video in a deontology analysis, which focused on duties, rights, and moral principles, multiple key moral obligations are violated, even if the outcome might seem harmless. First is the duty to maintain professional integrity and trust. Educators have an explicit obligation to uphold a professional image as defined by codes of conduct and institutional policies. Posting unsuitable content on social media breaches this duty, deflating integrity and the trust students, parents, and administrators place in the educator. Second is the duty to protect students' privacy and dignity. Teachers must respect students' independence and confidentiality. Sharing anything identifying, even indirectly, violates rights and legal obligations. Third, the duty of policy compliance. Educators are morally obliged to observe two policies like data privacy law and social media rules. Violating these rules is integrally unethical from a duty-based viewpoint, regardless of whether it led to harm. Fourth, the duty to serve as ethical role model. Teachers are entrusted to model proper moral conduct. By posting uncertain content, the teachers miscarries in this responsibility, encouraging a failure in moral and professional standards. So in short, even if no harm is directly handled in the teacher's action, is wrong in principle. Deontology requires firm loyalty to duties and rights, standards the teacher in the video clearly breach. To talk about the virtue ethics, let's have Jonathan.
Thank you, Karen. Hi, I am here to discuss the virtue ethics analysis of the video. This is an analysis of the character of Terry Sanders in relation to the virtues that are crucial for educators and how Terry's behavior have aligned and conflicted with those virtues. Enthusiasm is generally seen as a virtue. In this video, we saw how enthusiastic Terry was in school. Her enthusiasm was very infectious, and it laid a very good ambiance for the students to learn. Her cheerfulness and positive attitude make her an effective educator because students see her as approachable and easy to talk to. And since we are in the digital world, Terry's students and colleagues were also her friends and followers on social media platforms. Moving on, duty of care is a crucial virtue for educators. It is Terry's legal and moral obligation to provide a safe environment for their students, which involves preventing them from being exposed to inappropriate materials in and out of the classroom. However, Terry's posts on social media can be seen as inappropriate for someone who influences teenagers and are destructive to the image of her colleagues. Role modeling is another virtue. Teachers are not just mentors, they also serve as examples. Terry's posts and tweets were overly personal and may damage her image as an educator, along with her colleagues. Students might either weaken their confidence in their teachers, or worse, they follow her and think of it as a good example. And now we go on to the professionalism and integrity virtues of educators. Teachers are in a position of trust and should maintain high ethical standards both during and either in their personal lives. Teachers should know that whatever they do professionally and personally reflects both their personal and professional lives. Sharing their personal lives on social media should still reflect themselves as professionals. Terry's tweet and post suggest otherwise and were highly inappropriate for a professional like herself. Which now comes to the last virtue, judicious or sensible boundaries. It is crucial that Terry knows how to separate her private and professional life. The tweets and posts of Terry blurred those lines. Terry's actions outside school should remain private if they contradict her role as an educator. On top of that, she should also consider that she represents not just herself, but her colleagues as well. So there you have it. Thank you for listening. I now turn you over to my teammate Raksha for reflections.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. So, hi everyone, I'm Rakshandya. Today, I'll be reflecting on the ethical dilemma teacher ethics. This is the video we got in this assignment. Let's start with the impact on the school community. When a teacher crosses professional boundaries online, whether it's through inappropriate posts or personal interactions with students, it can damage trust and reputation too. Students may feel uncomfortable and parents may begin to question the school's value and ethics. Over time, this can harm the school's reputation and overall culture. So, what would be an appropriate response by the school? Ideally, the school should act quickly but thoughtfully, offering support, not just punishment. That means clear communication, digital conduct training, and a confidential way to handle concerns. A strong support system can help many teachers make better decisions while feeling backed by their administration. One big takeaway: school needs stronger social media policies. These should include clear rules and about online interactions with students, what type of content and what kind of personal content is acceptable and should be posted, and how to handle these type of areas. And instead of being buried in a paperwork, these policies should be part of real conversations within staff workshops and check-ins or inspections also. On a personal note, I have witnessed a similar situation before where a teacher posted strong political views that made some of our class students and their parents a bit uncomfortable. That experience taught me how important it is to be mindful. Even private opinions can go public in an instant. You can't know who can judge your private opinions also. In the end, being an educator means modeling responsible, ethical behavior, even if it's online or offline. With strong policies, open communication, and awareness, we can create a respectful digital environment for both our students and staff.
Thank you, Karen, Jonathan, and Raksha. To conclude, our group found that from all the ethical perspectives, utilitarianism, deontology, and virtue ethics, the teacher's actions were unethical. Teachers hold a position of trust, and that trust extends beyond school hours. What we do online matters. We recommend that schools enforce clear social media policies, provide ethics training, and encourage teachers to model the same integrity online that they show in the classroom. We hope this helped you think more deeply about ethics in education and the real life impact of our digital choices. Thank you for watching.